Welcome back, spiritual angels. Okay, this message is a very packed message with a lot of, I feel like a lot of, or like one major important message about overthinking. The higher power in the universe and the ancestors wanted me to share this message. So it appears with these cards that you're still battling some inner conflicts, but it's more about realizing that perhaps your overthinking is not the problem. It's the fact that people point it out as if it were bad or like a negative aspect of your personality, and that's what I feel like the basis that they've used to label you as like too much or overbearing, because you just state the truth and people are not ready um, to face certain truths about themselves. And overthinking, I feel like, has been this collective superpower in your way of processing difficult things and coming up with the solutions that work for you in that manner. People don't like overthinkers because I feel like it makes them feel inadequate, because they feel like they can see things that they can't see, but that's exactly it. You haven't missed any opportunities. I know that you're feeling like energetic, like really energetic, like this underlying energy, but not sure what to do with that energy. You're being prompted and asked to pick up, to focus, not pick up, but like pick one major thing. I feel like you guys already know what your purpose and what you're meant to do, but you're focusing too much on how hard it's going to be to reach the level that you want to reach. So by focusing on that, it's almost like you're reverting back to that lack mindset, and you're like showing too much resistance with that. So you're being asked to focus on building it slowly rather than thinking how hard it's going to be to get to where you want to be. And so, take like a slower approach so that it's not overwhelming. I mean, you've overcome like this lack mentality. So it's going to work out by continuing your meditative practices, grounding yourself. You've broken all those old patterns. You're also being asked to reflect on all the blessings that have started to come in. Perhaps, I feel like this collective has adjusted to the fact that the blessings maybe didn't come in how they thought they were going to come in, but they came in how they needed to come in. And so, continue on letting go of those limiting beliefs, those little limiting beliefs that are still kind of lingering, and continue to, cut the cords as they come up, because there's still so many things that can come up, but they're little. I think that they're small. I think like with this collective, you guys have done like so much already, overcome so much, and dealt with a lot of the shadows. The more you level up and shift timelines, it will all kind of like accumulate. And especially like sometimes timeline shifts happen very, very quickly. And so like at times when you reflect on it, or when you have like time to catch up, it's going to feel like tower moments or even regression. But that's all just kind of working through you. I'm being asked to mention that that's just all part of working through all of this. If doubt creeps in, you're going to have doubt, but don't let it linger, and try to like, move your perspective away from that and not let it occupy your mental space, for too long. I'm also being asked to point out, to mention for a specific few, since now you're taking on a more observant approach and are being, or like the things that used to bother you no longer bother you. People around you are noticing, and they are feeling annoyed because you're not acting how you did. And some people are getting out of your way because they don't know how to deal with it, but some people are really annoyed and are really kind of sinking, digging in, especially when you stay really composed. I get the sense that you guys are getting a lot of interesting reactions, to your newfound composure. And, people, I feel like, especially with this collective of outspoken overthinkers, even though those qualities annoy people around you and you were judged very harshly for them, but people are still looking to you to be the one that speaks the truth and upsets the balance, because that takes the focus away from them. So you're making a lot of people very uncomfortable, and it has everything to do with them, because you have mastered and you have overcome. And so believe in your abilities and be confident. Many blessings to all.